Haters gonna say it's fake. That takedown looks fake. I am reluctant to admit that there is such a thing as a technique that's good for the street and not good for sport. Wait. Normally when people talk like that, they're full of shit and they can't fight. I do understand that. But in this case, there's some principles and some ideas I want to explain. For example, there's such a thing as too much control. Bear with me, this is pretty advanced stuff. If you don't get it, I probably won't roast you in the comments. This is a little bit tougher to understand. The typical takedown involves, we've taught this is good for police, this is good for mixed martial arts, it's good for any situation which you want to control somebody, which we hit this duck under, we come under, we shoot this body lock up, we get him going, right? Maybe I push him to his knees or I trip him or something like that, and we put him down, boom, and now I've got him tight, I've got him wrapped up. Eric, you're in a lot of trouble, right?
Yep.
You're in a lot of trouble. I got this tight waist lock, I got one arm completely immobilized, I've got my weight on him. Let me get up off my knees before the dorks in the comments talk about me being on my knees, even though I'm just trying to be nice to my partner. All right, and then from there, sky's the limit. You start hitting them, start moving to submissions, whatever. It's a great takedown. It's a really good takedown for law enforcement. It's a really good takedown for mixed martial arts. It's just great, period. But in self-defense, we actually don't need to control our opponent that much. Stay with me, I'm gonna get there. Every bit of control I have over Eric, he has some control over me, and we can illustrate that point by this. I've got Eric, all right? But Eric's got me. Every way you attach yourself to a person, you are also attaching them to you. A better version of that takedown, I think, for general self-defense, and I'm remiss to teach it because it's actually harder and more complicated, we'll go off arm drag. So Eric goes like, this could be, and this could be, no, I'm gonna arm drag you. Okay. No, if the bad guy's arm dragging you in the streets, you're fucked. So I go to hit my arm drag to get to the back, all right? And this could be from, I already have a hold of him, he's grabbing me, this could be the big haymakers coming, you know, and I'm boom, and I'm hitting arm drag, and I'm getting to the back. Now, the law of like control would say I should be looking for this like waist right here, you know? If I had my way, if I had if I had my druthers, and I hit my arm drag and I step in deep, no space, hook this hip up, get on this thing, I'll put my whole hand in his pocket. I got him, put my hand in his pocket. I got him. And then when I go to turn the corner, unbalance him a little bit, I've got him yoked up. Get up under him, pop my hips, put him down, back turn, get on top, ground and pound, arm bar, all this. Wah! All that. And you think that's not street, that's sport? You're kind of right. I hate to admit it, but you're kind of right. Instead, he goes to do whatever. Oh, we're going here. Boom, arm drag. Instead of the waist, I kind of like this. I want to take these two fingers and get them into this little crevice. And get in there. Get that nice. I want to get right in there, stick these two fingers in that crevice, and I want to yoke up his arms. I like this because it gives me some control. Can he do stuff? You could like Hulk out and freak out, just get out of here, right? Of course he can. But the thing is, as I make my entry, I come around, I mostly just need to see his hands. I can see his hands. I'm peeking in at his hands. That's something I need to know about self-defense. I don't have the strongest, I don't have permanent control. I can't just do whatever I want with Eric like this. He can move. But the thing is, I have some attachment to him. As he goes to move, I feel all of that. I'm looking at his hands, checking out if he's going for a weapon or something like that. And I have the choice, a little hump and bump, boom. That's one option, but there's a takedown from here. It's like the same takedown. You just have to be better at it. It requires better timing. Hand goes on, boom, up, up. Haters gonna say it's fake. Hey, do you want $500 worth of free Rev Gear stuff? Do you want $500 worth of free Rev Gear?
Yeah.
Yeah, go click the link down in the description below. Rev Gear is doing 2 giveaways. They're giving away 2 $500 gift certificates. One at the end of this month, one at the end of the next month. It's strictly for Hard to Hurt subscribers. $500 in Rev Gear stuff. Go click that link. But, okay, so this takedown. What you're doing, making my entry, clubbing this arm. Boom! Getting heavy. peeking at the hands. I push. Eric puts on the brakes. He's pushing back into me because he's trying to stop me from running him that way into a wall or a car or whatever. I'm not going to sling him. Where most people mess up with takedowns like this is they'll go, "Ugh!" Do you want to know how I know that they do that? Because I did that on duty once. I slammed a shoplifter at Walmart. And I slammed him so hard, I slammed myself 3 times. Like he went over, I went over him, and I think we did it all again. It was not cool. I mean, it looked cool, but it didn't feel cool. It's unnecessary to do all that. Boom, bah, bing, push. Don't sling him. Just, I want to force his butt straight down and get my leg out of the way. I stay on my feet, and so what now? Ground. Oh, we need to control him. Get straight to mount. Get into a deep side control. Do something cool, right? I don't want all that, man. I'd be good just like this. Just with my center of gravity sitting on one hip, or above it rather, squeezing him with my knees. I'm cool like this. And you think, Mike, this isn't a lot of control. Wouldn't mount be better? Wouldn't side control be better? Wouldn't knee on belly be better? Those are all good positions. But against an untrained person, this is all I need. I can control him more with other positions, but I can control him enough from this position. He goes to do what he's supposed to do, right? Okay, cool. I have hands and knees that I can put behind his knee, behind his elbow. He can't turn into me, which is what he should do. But you're an untrained ruffian. You're not going to do what you're supposed to do. What are you going to do as an untrained ruffian in the street?
Roll.
Oh, yeah, he's going to give me more. Right? He's going to roll. Here, let's hit the whole thing, and I want you to start trying to get up right away. Either way you want, right? Boom, boom. I have time. I can hang out behind his butt. You keep going. Go
I'm
live.
trying.
Get live. Go, get up. I don't want to link my hands and tie them up. I don't want to stick my hands in here where he might have weapons that I'm not seeing. I don't want to get stuck and have him grab me and roll me over. Yeah, I might keep his back. I might. But now I'm on the ground with some idiot who's got weapons or hepatitis. You know, I don't want all that. If I do, I move, and I stay here, and then he starts trying to do other stuff, I can make choices. I could be hitting him. I can use my eyes to look around. You don't need your eyes in combat sports. You really don't. Once you connect to somebody, you don't need your eyes anymore. You need them in self-defense. So why am I reluctant to teach self-defense specific moves? Because the dorks and the nerds and the tactical Teds will all be like, see, I told you, we don't train sports stuff. Let me tell you something. If you only train self-defense stuff, you're way less prepared than a guy who only trains sports stuff. Like a high school wrestler is going to have an easier time defending someone or defending himself in the streets than you are with your fake made up Krav Maga, Aikido, Hapkido bullshit. Because the self-defense only stuff that we do, it's actually harder. It's like more complicated. Like people will say street techniques should be like simple, straightforward, easy, gross motor, like anybody should be able to do them to anybody. This stuff is like way more advanced. It would be better. You know what would be better? You know what would be better? Whack! You know? You know what would be better? You know what would be better? When I do this, I do link my hands, pop my hips, and put them on his head. That would be better. This would be better. Boom, hitting him, bang. Then he's like done, and then I'm gone. That's easier. That's easier, and an MMA fighter could do that to you. That's the stuff that you should start out practicing. But once you've got all your basic wrestling, basic strikes, I don't know. This is where I say comment. Comment like, is it worth it training self-defense specific techniques? They're a little harder to practice. They're not as much fun. They're not as rewarding. I can tell y'all to go live and y'all can shoot for takedowns and and just wrestle, 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 wrestle. Guys that are doing that are gonna get better at wrestling somebody than guys just doing this shit. But this is a self-defense takedown. I start with very little control. I don't have a lot of attachment points. It requires specific timing. I have to push him until he hits the brakes, then be sensitive enough to feel him hitting those brakes, and then apply exactly the right amount of pressure at the right time while removing the exact right amount of pressure from here to sit him to his butt, float, and get behind his haunch here. I like this section. I like this section of a man. I like to hang out on this section. They're always gonna bring up. You know what I mean? It's gonna be something like this. No, just have it in your hand. Same thing. Same thing. Bad guy come to menace me. And I'm just trying to make my move and get this, right? He wants to stick that in me. I get it. Go ahead. Every time I push him, go ahead, stick me with it. You're supposed to be sticking me with it. All right, I have the choice to disengage. If I want to find the knife, I get to here, I realize he's got it or he's going for it. I can shuck, whip, and suck is a move that we do, where we shuck, whip, suck back into him. Shuck, whip, suck. Shuck, whip, suck. Push, push, push. Brakes. Whoop. Boom. Right here. If I want to control it, I can. But this is where I'm starting from, right back behind here. I want to get all the pins right here. It creates a reactionary gap. He can't turn violently into me. I just need to be behind the hip, behind this knee, behind this elbow. This is control. I can go anytime I want. I could go to more anytime I want. I could go to more anytime I want. All right? Like I don't have a ref making sure no one's jumping me. I don't have rules that keep him from biting me or pinching my pee-pee. Right? And I know I sound like them. So that's why I don't know where to go with this. I honestly don't know where to go with this now.